Hi, today I'm here for my monthly trunk sale, which I have every month, the last Saturday of the month, here live on my Facebook page. And today I'm here to have my Father's Day sale. Say what? Father's Day sale? It's not even Mother's Day yet. Why am I talking about a Father's Day sale before Mother's Day even? Well, number one, because of shipping. Number two, because actually today I'm going to talk about custom orders for Father's Day. So you can get the perfect gift exactly the way you want it, and I have time to make it and ship it to you prior to Father's Day. To be quite honest, I had my Mother's Day sale at the end of March. And then I had a sale in the middle of April where I had another sale of some items that would make great Mother's Day or birthday gifts for women. So this sale is a little bit more oriented towards men. I just have a variety of items. This is really a preview sale. So if you're getting this video in an email, it is because you are on my email list, and this is kind of a preview to the live sale that will be tomorrow. So this is not the entire sale. This is really geared for you folks that are not on Facebook, so that you can see what I am offering, and you can get the deals. So the deals on the items I'm offering here are good through midnight tomorrow night. The sale, again, is really live Saturday at 5 p.m., and so it just runs for a short time. It goes actually Sunday through at midnight. You're going to get this video prior to that sale. So again, you have first dibs on the products, and some products are one of a kind. Really, I'm talking about custom orders. So that's why I'm having it this far before Father's Day. Again, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jan Hibbard. My business is Log Cabin Leather by Jan. I've been making handmade leather products since 1977. I'm here in the basement of my log cabin home where the bulk of my leather products are created. So again, I'm going to go through a number of items, and I'm going to talk about how you can get them and how you can order them. The number one product I'm going to talk about are leather belts. Men need a leather belt. So this is a great gift for a father, a dad. My father was my belt lover. He had belts in all widths. I make belts in all widths for people of all sizes. So no matter what size you need, I can make a belt to fit that person. So I'm going to talk about how you size a belt. If you don't know the person's size, I'm going to give you information on how to try to get that. But if that's too difficult, the other option is gift cards. You can order a gift card on my website for, I think you put in the dollar amount you want. It might have to go by $10 intervals. I'm not sure. I've had some glitches with it in the past, so I'm not quite sure how well it works because it's hard for me to test some of that stuff myself. And sometimes with updates to the website, it causes glitches and, things that did work fine. So I'm not 100% sure on that. But again, I will make good on it, whatever. You can put a certain amount you want in and order a gift card that way right on my websites. My website, logcabinleatherbyjan.com, is where most of this stuff is shown. And a lot of this stuff, again, I'm going to talk about custom orders. So other than belts, the stuff really isn't on the website because it's custom orders. So belts. Men's belts mostly, again, kind of number one on my sale. Belts for men, widths generally inch up to 1 3/4. So I have inch, 1 1/4, 1.5 inch, 1 3/4. Now, dress pants a lot of times will not fit the 1 3/4. They keep changing this on belts for a while. 1 3/4 was my most popular belt. And then they resized belt loops. And so a lot of belts would not take the wider belt. I don't know if men complained about that or whatever. So, because now, once again, more people are ordering the 1 3/4 belt. So right now I'm going to show you colors, but really the best way to see them and view them is to go to my website, logcabinleatherbyjan.com, and just shop tab belts. And then you'll see different sizes and things like that. If you click on any of the plain belts, you're going to be able to see the different colors here. So that's why I'm saying click there. So that's going to help you choose a color. There's also information there on sizing a belt. I'll go over that a little bit now too. So there's basically 5 or 6 colors. We have the tan, which is the lightest color. We have medium brown. I have Again, a couple colors of a dark brown. I have a chocolate, which is a little bit in between. I have a really dark brown, and this leather is a little bit soft. It's a bridal leather. The real dark brown. I have, of course, black. And then I also have a russet. Now, the russet I don't think is on the website. But again, if you're not sure on colors and you say, I think I want this, or you're trying to, match a color, that's kind of, colors don't always come out good on screen. That's why I'm saying it might be better color-wise, because I am in a basement without natural light, to look on the website at the colors. Again, tell me the width you want. If you want lettering or something on it, I can do that. But let's talk about the sizing. Now, what makes my belts nicer than a lot of belts you're going to find in the stores is the thickness of them. Mine are nice, thick, 9-10 ounce leather, which makes them rugged, sturdy, wearable. They're going to last. Walmart belts last, maybe a few months, especially if you snug it up fairly tight. My belts last decades. As a matter of fact, this is a belt that was my father's. It was made in the 1980s. My father has been gone since 2007. I still wear this belt. But again, he loved my belt. So he had belts in all widths. I have another one that's even older, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. So colors. So you have your choice of colors to measure a belt for sizing. So this is a belt. If you don't know what size the person needs, or actually you want to measure from the end of the leather here to the hole they wear it on, which again, on my belt would be the middle hole. That's what I need to know, because when I make the belt, that's going to be the middle hole, and this is how I'm going to size it. So if you say 46, this hole is going to be 46. It's going to have holes 45, 44, 47, 48, and then there's going to be enough, so it's going to go through this belt loop, but not have much over if it was on the biggest hole. So that's basically, you can't see that on the camera. So that's basically how it's going to size. So on the biggest hole, it's still going to go through your belt loop here. I don't put an extra leather loop on them because my buckle is a center bar buckle. So it has this loop. So that replaces the need for having a leather loop that goes on here. And if you put both, it's just kind of cumbersome because most pants have a loop that's in there. So if you do that, you have, a loop there, a loop there. You have this. There's too much there. You don't need all that. It just makes it too difficult to put it on. So this simplifies things with the center bar buckle. So again, if you can find an old belt of the person, you can usually tell what hole it was worn on. I can see a mark. I mean, my father lost weight as he got older, so the holes go closer to the end than it should because I shortened it. Because I can always custom fit the belts if I see you in person. So say that was a set, that's what you would measure to if that's the hole they wear it on. Usually it's the most worn hole on the belt. And then that's, even if it's right here at the tip, that's what I need to know. But that's not going to be on the tip of the new belt. Again, it's going to be there. Is going to now be that hole. So you have enough so that it's going to tuck into those loops. If you want it shorter than that, so that you tell me that, and that's how I'm going to make it. So again, custom fit belts, either order a gift certificate if you're not sure of the size, things like that. One person can pay for it. I can have it shipped to a different address. If you don't, if the person the belt is for does not, you're not going to see them for Father's Day, for the whatever. I can ship it directly to the person you want it to, things like that. There's no problem with that. So now, fancy buckles. That's the other one. Has an oval buckle. I also have a rectangle shape. And I have a horseshoe shape. Now, these two are brass finish. This is nickel plated brass. I have all of them in all three of these shapes in solid brass and nickel plated brass. So you get your choice of buckle shape and finish when you order a belt. The other unique thing about my belts is they are removable. There's a screw here so that buckle can be removed. So if you have a special buckle or something and you want to put on the belt, you can do that also. Now, a special buckle is going to affect the sizing of the belt. If you're replacing a belt. Again, this is one of my original belts from my father. It was probably 43 years old anyway. So if this is the belt you're measuring for that you want to replace, and you're going to put the fancy buckle on it, then you want to measure from the end of the buckle. Well, if you're going to put the belt on that buckle, you want to measure from here to the end of it, to where the hole, the same way I said before. If you're going to replace a fancy buckle like this with a regular buckle, so you want to take this off, then you do need to measure from this hole to the hole they wear it on, because obviously that affects the length of the belt by a couple inches. So again, if you're not sure, these are things I will go over with you when, if you email me, which is what you're going to need to do. If you're watching this video, you're going to need to respond to this email and say, hey, I saw a belt. I'm interested in a belt. I want this width. I'm not sure what color. Can you please send me samples of colors? Not sure of the buckle. I will give you instructions and work with you to get the size. That's why the sale is early, so that you can see and decide what you want ahead of time. So now, as far as prices, plain belts, a 1-inch belt is $35. This is what the prices are on the website. $35 for a 1-inch. 1 1/4 inch is $42. This is, again, plain belts. An 1.5 inches. This one is $45. 1 3/4 is $48. $5 off today. Plus, you get a choice of either free shipping, or you get a matching belt fob that attaches to your belt. So again, this is just a ring here that you could attach your hook to, or whatever will hook around your belt. So you'll get one of those. Obviously, it's going to match the color of the belt. So if you order the belt in the dark brown like this, then you're going to have the one in the dark brown, to match it. So if you order a plain belt and you order it via email prior to midnight Sunday, you respond to this email and say, I'm interested in a belt. Even if we don't get the order finalized, but you're inquiring about it and we're working out the details of the sizes and the widths, you will get the discount. So $5 off, and then either free shipping on the order or a free belt fob. Your choice. So one or the other. I also have belts with designs on it, tooled belts. And again, I didn't put some of those out because that selection is always changing. Here are some that are in production now that aren't on the website, because again, it's, the hand-tooled belts with the intricate designs on them. You'll have to look at my website on what's there, and you can order from there a certain color, shape, size, width. Go by what's on the website, the logcabinleatherbyjan.com. Tell me a number. Each of those, if it's an inch and it's going to be a 600 number. 600 or 602 number, I believe if it's an 1 3/4 belt, which is what that one is. And then tell me that number, and that will tell me what the design is. Then again, I can work with you if you want different colors, things like that. But really, you need to look at the website for the stamped belts for this sale. So those are, what you're going to get for those is you get the $10 off those, but you get free shipping and the belt fob. Now the belt fob is, again, a $11 gift plus the free shipping plus $10 off if you order if you order a belt by midnight Sunday. So again, the prices of a regular belt, an inch belt is $75 was a regular price, so $65 plus the free gifts. An 1 1/4 belt is $85. An 1.5 inches is $90, and an 1 3/4 is $95. So that deal discount if you order prior to midnight Sunday. Now, the next kind of belts I'm going to talk about are called the mechanics belts. Now, these come in the same colors, somewhat different designs, not all the designs. Well, again, actually, most of the designs work on this. So if you're custom ordering, you can order any design of a belt, you know, an inch, like if you want an 1.5-inch belt, you can order one of these in that, except it's a mechanics belt. Obviously, it just affects the price. What a mechanics belt is there's no metal buckle. The buckle is not removable. You cannot take it off. It is permanently sewn into the belt. But what that does is now there is no metal buckle to scratch anything. So when this is put on, the belt actually feeds from on the inside, and it hooks in these holes. And again, I've custom fit these as well. And then so there's no metal on the front of the belt to scratch anything. It hooks on the inside. You do not feel that hook whatsoever. These are perfect for a dad who's a mechanic, which is where I started with these belts because my husband was a mechanic. Sometimes his buckle would get caught on things when he was working on something, or certainly scratch it. It's great if your dad or your husband has an antique car. When they're leaning on it, cleaning it, polishing it, they don't want to scratch it with their metal buckle. Solves that problem. Also great. I mean, it's also just comfortable because sometimes the metal buckle digs into your stomach and stuff. So it alleviates that, especially for those people who are a little bit rounder on the middle, maybe. You know, you don't want it to dig in when you're sitting and things like that. They're also fantastic for musicians. Because if you play a guitar, you get what's called buckle rash. A metal buckle scratches the back of your instrument, and that's called a buckle rash. The guitar gets the rash. This prevents it because there's no metal to scratch the instrument. It's just rubbing on the leather, and that's not going to scratch the instrument. So solves that problem as well. So lots of problems solved, but it is really good for somebody who is a little bit heavier, maybe has Dunlap disease, and you know, the buckles dig into them. Good for somebody like me with a metal allergy too, because sometimes a buckle, you know, if I had a belt on but had a, you know, short t-shirt in the summertime, the metal would touch my skin and that would give me a rash. All right. So mechanics belts, those are just about $5 more than the regular belts. So a mechanics belt, the plain ones, same colors as the other belts. So again, look at those colors. Tell me the color, you know, chestnut, black, dark brown. I'll know what color it is. So you can do it that way. And then again, they only come in 1.25 inches up to 1.75 inches. I can't make them any narrower than that because I can't sew it. So 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, and 1.75 inches. Again, all same thing. I have a piece of foam in there so the back doesn't scratch the buckle. Or the buckle doesn't scratch the belt, the back of the belt. And again, those are custom fit. So you'd measure it the same way you would for another belt to know the sizing is from, again, same as you would on this if they're replacing a mechanics belt with a regular belt, from the end of the belt to the hole they wear it on. And then I will know how to size it. So now with the mechanics belts, again, the plain belts, you get your choice of the free belt fob or the free shipping. Your choice. That's for all the plain mechanic belts. In 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches. Those are the only sizes they come in. Again, now I also have tooled mechanics belts. Any of the belts you see on my website, if it's in one of those 3 widths, it can be made into a mechanics belt. So these may or may not be designs I have on my website. Same hook, same thing. Just now, a beautiful tool design. Those are, of course, a little more money. And same thing with the plain belts. Again, or the tooled belts, I said, with a regular buckle. These are also going to be on sale. Same deal. $10 off. Free shipping and a free belt fob to match. So again, the color is, you know, you have the light one. It's going to be the one to match that. You have, you know, I would say that would be a pretty good match. For that one, it's going to be a plain one. Things like to match it. So those were, again, the mechanics belts, the ones with the tool designs, 95 for 1.25 inches, 100 for 1.5 inches, and 105 for 1.75 inches, with plus the free gifts, the free shipping, and the belt fob, if you order before midnight Sunday. All right, the other things I'm going to talk about are knife sheaths. If you know a hunter, getting a custom knife sheath in the right size, so a sheath for a knife, an open blade knife, not a non-folding knife is what I'm really going to talk about now. So there are several different styles. How they're made. So this one, of course, this is strapped, goes around the top of the knife handle, and this feeds through the belt. This one, again, this is a special order, this style, where, again, the knife does have to fit snugly in there. And it again, didn't have anything to hold it in other than, again, that attached to your belt. So now a knife sheath, to make it work well, there is an extra piece of leather that is sewn along the edge to make this thicker than it really is. It's one piece of leather. What that does is, and again, so the blade in here really wasn't much thicker than my fingers, because all along this edge in here is an extra piece of leather. And what that does, if you're a hunter, you would know that. This, I'm sure, makes it so the knife blade does not touch the edges and cut the stitching. Because if you have a real sharp knife and you stick it in your knife sheath like that and it doesn't have that, the knife can cut right through the stitching. And there goes your knife case. So to order a knife case, you do need to measure the knife. And I don't have a hunting knife to measure, so I didn't have anything to bring. I want you to put the knife down on a piece of paper. I want you to literally trace around it, including the handle, the height. Then you're going to need to tell me, again, where you want, usually where the handle goes or where this piece goes, you know, things like that, how wide it is, how thick it is, because if it has a, you know, if it's a antler handle, yeah, it's probably going to be like that big around. If it's some other kind of handle, it might be fatter. And so I need to make sure it's going to fit in this. So I'll need to know a measurement there. But again, this is stuff I'm going to discuss with you. This, again, was designed, the knife needed to fit into it tight. So different styles, things like that. Those are things that are options. The colors, whether you have a design on it or not, initials, plain. Those are all different options. The plain, yeah, the knife sheaths run from $60 to $85, somewhere in there. It depends on what exactly you want and if it has a lot of design on it, things like that. Obviously, that's going to affect the pricing, depending on the size of the knife. But that would be for a, you know, again, a knife that would be more like the $60 price. The larger would be more like the $85 price, depending on the knife. Exactly. Again, it's hard to say because that would be custom order without knowing exactly what you want. Going along with that hunting theme, I also have rifle slings. If you have a hunter who carries a rifle out into the woods to hunt, they're heavy. So again, this is how I help solve this problem. Now, how a rifle sling works, and again, a lot of people get confused because it kind of goes on backwards how you think of most shoulder straps going on. A rifle sling, the rifle is on your back, so the strap itself would go this way. And the rifle gets very heavy, so holding it for long periods of time, it can wear on your shoulders and rub on your neck, and it's uncomfortable. So these are padded, just like my guitar straps and stuff. They have that foam padding inside. Actually, there's a little piece of it, 1/2-inch foam padding inside, sandwiched between the leather and the lining. And then it adjusts here. So on the rifle, there would be rings where these would attach. And then this is used to make the strap longer or shorter, depending on how you want the rifle to hang on your back or the length of the rifle to begin with. But the idea is the padding goes around your shoulder and around in here, because that's where the rifle is going to rub as you're walking through the woods. So I have several, you know, different styles. They do come in different widths and things like that. So this is something, if you are interested, these are, you know, a little more expensive. These were around $130. $99 for one of these that I have right here. If you want a custom order, then price would be somewhere in that ballpark. So those are rifle slings. And I don't think I have those on my website. So hold them here. You can look at them. If you want to see pictures of any of them closer, I saw the rifle slings. Can you send me a picture of them? Please email me. And again, that means if you've inquired like that through this weekend, whether we actually finalize an order or anything, you'll get the discount price if you place the order. So that's the rifle slings. So again, we're $130, $99 if you order them, or custom order something like that. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for now. So different ideas, the belts, the things like that. Obviously, I can do other custom things, but those are the things that I thought were most appealing to men. And the belts are the things that a lot of men are kind of particular about and fussy, and they don't want to spend, the $45 for a good solid belt, and they buy that Walmart version that doesn't last them very longer, and they don't realize that the quality belt is going to last years rather than months. So that is what mine will do. So that's why it makes a good gift to give the guy, because he may not realize or appreciate the quality until he actually sees it. And generally, once they do see it, they realize. And again, I make belts in all widths for people of all sizes, men and women. Any of these belts are available for women also. I make them in widths down to 1/2 inch and so forth. Obviously, I have a few more colors in different styles for women than I might for men. That's pretty much going to wrap it up. Again, Jan Hibbard, if you're watching this video, then you're on my email list, and this is just a preview. Email me with your interests, inquiries, and I will we'll message each other or email each other back and forth, and I can send you more pictures and things, if you have questions about placing an order and so forth. Or go to the website and you can order the gift cards. That's going to wrap it up for now. Thank you very much. Once again, Jan Hibbard, Log Cabin Leather. Bye.